And so just imagine that's just one pattern. Alright, hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel, and today I'm going to take a look at BeatHawk, and more specifically the song mode. I'm just going to show you kind of how quickly and easy it is to just get something going. So here's just the main interface, and you got 16 pads, and each of those are its own track. Think about it as more of a track than a pad, because you can load in an instrument and play a whole. You can play an instrument or a sample, and so just click on a pad that you want, hit browser, and that'll bring you to the different categories. You can bring in some drum elements, which are individual drums. You can bring in some drum loops. This right here, no bass drum, and then you got some instruments that you can play and you can pitch. We'll get into that in a minute. So let's just load up just a bass drum here, and you got this little grid up here, cell selection, so it makes it easier to load in multiple samples without having to go back and forth each time. So load that in, click on the next one up here at the top, get us a clap going there. Closed hi-hat, kind of like that one, and then kind of like that snare. Okay, so we got those 4 parts loaded in, and these are just samples. Okay, I'm going to click up here at the top, and I'm going to go to instrument, and then I know that I want a bass, and so I'm going to go up here, go to synth bass. If you just click on it, you'll get kind of a preview. Kind of like that for what I'm going for. Put in a little lead. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's get a little bell sound, like the little marimba, and then complete it with a piano. Okay, so now, as you can see at the top here, I got 4 instruments loaded in, and I got 4 samples in here at the bottom. So to play a sample, you just, and if you wanted to pitch the sample, you could click on this pitch button, and then you could pitch the sample. But I just want it to play straight like this, and so I'm gonna hit the play button. I'm gonna hit you get a metronome. And I got my MIDI keyboard plugged in, so I should be able to. Oops. And then I can. And so I got a nice little groove going on. You can see this one's kind of going off, so I can select it, go to pattern, go to step editor. This is kind of, I accidentally hit that button, and I can just delete that. Okay, so let's turn this down. So I got a nice little, you get a little groove going on. And so now if I click on the pad, one thing you want to note is if you hold the select button, it don't trigger the pad when you're switching between instruments. If you don't, it's going to trigger the pad. So if you're kind of playing and building up more of in a kind of a live situation where you got this going, if you click on it, or if the record enable is going, it's going to record that in there. So you just want to hold that select button down. Okay, so now I'm going to go into pitch, and this is where you can scale the instrument across. And so over here on the pattern length, I'm going to do pattern length 2, and I'm going to hit record. And see, notice whenever I did pattern length 2, it took whatever was there and kind of just copied it over to the next little section. And so I'm going to hit record. Okay, and then I can easily go to the next little lead. Oops. Yeah, one thing to remember is if you click on the thing, you make sure you go to pitch. Ooh, that's loud. So I can go to track. If it's too loud, you can adjust the do the same thing if we select the bass. We can kind of turn the bass down. We got some filters that we can put in there. We can add a little bit of reverb if we wanted to. We want to add a little reverb to the drum. Okay, then we can select the bells. Oops. Remember to hit pitch. We can select the piano. Make sure you hit pitch. Okay, and so now I want the piano part to be 4 bars. Okay, and so now it duplicated everything. And so now I got a nice little 4-bar loop that's using all 4. It's using these 4 instruments up top and then these samples. Where really, this app I think really shines is over here in this song section, because now I have this 4-bar loop. I hit the song section, I can drag this up here. Okay, and so now when I press play, why is it? Maybe it's because of Ableton Link. I think it may be because of Ableton Link. It's keeping that beat marker going, but I can loop and select a loop. Then it's going to loop. But where the magic happens is I can drag this over here. Okay, and say I wanted this one, I only wanted to play the first bar of it, but I wanted to mute. I just wanted to come in with a bass drum. I don't understand why the bass is not playing on that one. That's kind of weird. I have actually not had this issue with it. Let me go out of this. Preferences, Ableton Link, turn Ableton Link off. Okay. Go back to song mode. So I don't know what that little hiccup or issue was right there, but anyway, going back to this, Okay, so now if I want it to go the next 2 bars, I want it to bring in the drums and the bass. Okay, so now when I hit play, and then it's going to do that. And so I could actually copy that and paste, drag that over. I didn't mean to paste it where the playhead is, so I didn't mean to do it like that. Okay, and then I could bring in the little lead, and then I can drag this back up here, and then have it bring in, you know, the piano part for, 4 bars. And you can see this is all just one pattern. I've already got, 14 bars, 13 bars of audio, all, mixed up and stuff, kind of building on the next one. And, that's only been for pattern 1. And so just imagine that's just one pattern, one 4-bar pattern. You got 16 patterns that you can use with this thing. Now, it will keep the same instruments across the patterns, across the tracks are, what they are. But, it provides a whole lot of things that you can do. And you can even, each of these patterns can be 16 bars if you wanted them. So that's a lot of stuff that you can do in a short amount of time. I just built this up, that quickly. Then I could go on to pattern 2, build something else up, build in, some, a chorus or, a break, and then I could go to 3 and build in something completely different. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still got 8 pads of samples and instruments that I could load on this thing. So it's a very powerful little app, and I haven't really seen, of course I haven't watched a whole lot of videos on it, but I haven't seen a lot of people, really focusing on the ability to mute different parts of the same pattern as you go through. And so you can just, you can build up, full blown, and then, you can go back down to dropping just a few at a time. And so it's really, really versatile. And then, once you got your song set up the way you want to, you can easily export it to Ableton Live, or just drop a audio file. If you hit export, I do think I saw someone say on the audio bus forum, how are you exporting BeatHawk? Where does the sample go? And so I just exported, this little bit. If I go back to pad and I go to browser and I go to user library exports, here's the export. Okay, so then I could actually load that onto a pad and pitch it. And if I wanted to edit the sample out a little bit. So, it's almost, you could actually, get something going and then export it and resample your own work all inside the same app. So, anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you like this kind of, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Share it on your favorite social media website. That helps out a whole lot. If you're into supporting good content, I have a Patreon account. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I will talk to you guys later.